Hello students, so today we will continue with the topic vector algebra. Okay, so next subtopic is addition of vectors. Okay, so let's see how we can add two vectors, okay, using diagram, okay, or using a figure. So if suppose two vectors are there, a and b, vector a and some vector b, okay, then their addition is represented as a vector and another vector b. So its addition is this a plus b vector. Okay, or we can write, suppose ab vector bc vector and this is your ac vector, right? So we can write this as AC vector is equal to AB plus BC vector. Okay, and this is called triangle law of vector addition. So when you have vectors like this, the addition comes here. Okay, now suppose we have our negative B vector. Okay, that is in this B vector is in opposite direction, so this becomes negative of that vector, right? So the vector along this direction will be A plus B, right? So here minus is there, so adding this two you will get A minus B vector. Okay, so this is addition of vectors. There is one more law, that is parallelogram law of vector addition. Okay, so if suppose you have a vector and a b vector, okay, then this gives you, this is your b vector because it is same as this, and this is your a vector, right? So this is your a plus b vector. Okay, a plus b vector. So this is parallelogram law of vector addition. Let's see properties of vector addition. So first property is, for any two vectors a and b, a plus b is same as b plus a. That is, if you draw the same figure which I have drawn for this vector parallelogram law of vector addition, so this is a plus b, which is same as b plus a, right? Okay, so it is commutative. Second one is, it is associative, that is a plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus. Okay, so if you have two vectors, say a and b, okay, so this will give you a plus b, correct? And there is one more vector, say c, then this will be your a plus b plus c. Okay, now if you have this a, then b, now we have to prove b plus c, right? So here there is one more vector, say C, and this is your B plus C. So addition of these two will give you A plus B plus C. Okay. Next is multiplication of a vector by a scalar. So if lambda is any scalar which is multiplied by a vector, we can write this. Okay. So we lambda scalar multiplied to a vector represents the unit vector in the direction of A. Okay. So this represents the unit vector in the direction of A. So we write here what is unit vector. So unit vector, we have seen in the type of vectors unit vector, that is represented by A cap, right? So A cap is given by 1 upon magnitude of A into A vector. Okay, so this is your unit vector. So whenever you are asked to find a vector in the direction of A, okay, that time you have to find the unit vector, and that you have to multiply by lambda, that is a scalar. Okay. So next is components of a vector. Okay, this we have actually done in the previous lesson, a previous video. Components of a vector, that is we have I, j, k component, right? So this point and this point. So if you have x, y and z, then here it is represented by I, j and k. Okay, so these are I, j, k are the unit vectors. So I is a unit vector along x direction, j along y and k along z. So this is given by 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 and 1, 0, 0. Okay, so x, y, z. Now any point in this 3D thing, if we take any point, say x, y, z, then x, y and z, that is the coordinates, are called the scalar components. These are your scalar components. Okay, and x with I, y with j and z with k are called vector components. Okay, and these are also termed as rectangular components. Rectangular components. Okay. Now how a vector is represented? Suppose any vector you are taking position vector. So xi plus yj plus zk. Okay. So if you are adding two vectors, say a plus b. Okay, and a vector is your a1 I plus a2 j plus a3 k, and b vector is b1 I, b2 j and b3 k, then the addition will be a1 plus a2 b1 I plus a2 plus b2 j plus a3 plus b3 k. So it is simple vector addition. Okay, you have to add the scalar components. Okay, so similarly a minus b, that is difference, and for scalar multiplication also this scalar gets multiplied with each of the scalar component. Okay, and two vectors are said to be equal if the corresponding scalars are equal, that is a1 becomes equal to b1, a2 becomes equal to b2, and a3 becomes equal to b3. Okay, so one question is there, find the values of x, y, z so that the vectors are given xi plus 2j plus zk and b 2i plus yj plus k are equal. These are given equal, so you have to just compare the scalar components. So your x becomes equal to 2, y is equal to 2, and z is equal to 1. Okay, next question is find the unit vector in the direction of the vector. So unit vector, we have seen how we write. Unit vector is given by 1 upon magnitude of a into a vector, right? So here a vector is given as 2i plus 3j plus k. Okay, so its magnitude how we find? That is root of 2 square plus 3 square plus 1 square, right? So 4 plus 9 plus 1, so root 14. Okay, so your a cap is 1 upon root 14, and here your a vector, that is 2i plus 3j plus k. Okay, or you can write this as 2 upon root 14i plus 3 upon root 14j plus 1 upon root 14k. Okay, so this is your unit vector. Let's solve another question. So find a vector in the direction of the vector. Okay, direction of the vector they have asked. Vector is I minus 2j and has magnitude 7 units. So here some value is given, that is magnitude. So its value is given. Okay, so you have to find a vector having magnitude 7 in the direction of a. So here you have to use that lambda into a in the direction of a, that form. Okay, here lambda becomes your 7, that is scalar. Okay, so first you find out your unit vector. Okay, I'll directly write here root of 1 square, and this is minus 2 square. Okay, into a. So a is I minus 2j upon root of 1 plus 4, so root 5. Okay, now the vector having magnitude equal to 7 and in the direction of a is given by 7 into a, that is lambda into a, right? So 7 into a cap, sorry, a cap you have to find, I minus 2j. Okay, so 7 to a cap, so 7 upon root 5 I minus 14 upon root 5 j. Next question is find the unit vector in the direction of the sum of the vectors a and b. So sum of the vectors they have asked. So first you have to find the sum and then the unit vector along that sum. Okay, so first you write down the sum. A vector is given 2i plus 2j minus 5k, and b vector is 2i plus j plus 3k. Okay, so sum is you have to just add the scalar components. So 2 plus 2 4i, 2 plus 1 3j, minus 5 plus 3, so minus 2k. So now you have to find a unit vector. So let's say this is our C vector. Okay, so C unit vector 1 upon C vector, magnitude of C, so 4i plus 3j minus 2k upon root of 4 square 16, 3 square 9, 2 square 4. So 13, so it will be root 29, right? So I'll write directly here. Okay, so this is your unit vector. Next example is you have to find the direction ratios and hence calculate its direction cosines. So a vector is given I plus j minus 2k. Okay, now we know that direction ratios are given by x, y and z. Okay, that is the scalar component. So they are also represented as a, b and c. Okay, so your a vector, a component, that is scalar component, here is 1, here it is 1 and here it is minus 2. Okay, direction cosines, okay, are given by cos alpha. Okay, but here your degree, that is angle, is not given, so it is calculated by, it is represented by L and calculated by x upon, that is your scalar component, upon the magnitude of A. Okay, so your scalar component is 1 and magnitude is root of 1 plus 1 plus 4, 4 plus 1 5 plus 6, root 6. Okay, so your direction cosines I'll write 1 upon root 6, 1 upon root 6, that is b upon root 6, and c minus 2 upon root 6. So these are your direction cosines. Okay.